Crazy Red Emu here with DX Soul of Chogokin Mechagodzilla 1974. A very expensive figure that I thought was in a different scale than it is. But I'll get to that later. This thing is so big that's kind of difficult recording it how I record things. I can't reach it and stay behind the camera. Alright, let's go over why this thing is like $300. Very heavy boy. I believe, let's see, the legs are metal, the feet are metal, the arms are metal. It's all metal, except for maybe like the head. The head and neck are plastic. The tail is also plastic. But like the main core of the body is all metal. Hefty boy. He has limited articulation. You're going, ooh, let me rearrange myself. Ooh, I have limited articulation. You're going that far forward, that far back. The knee, I think, goes like that far and that far. Foot has decent articulation. Tail has no articulation. Arms can rotate all the way around. You only go out that far, in that far. That's the extent of the elbow. Now the hands are a gimmick. So you lock them into place like that, and then you push this little button here, and they flip sideways. The head. You've got mouth and rotation. And that's it. And there's technically one more articulated thing. You push the big plate right here, and it opens up his little chest ray buzzer thing. Now, let's go over accessories. And the accessories are just body parts. So you pop his head off. That's what it looks like. There's a little light there. And you can pop the flight head on. No mouth articulation, sadly. And to go with the flight head is the flight tail. This is heavy, boy. Wow. Whew. But we're going to convert them back so I can go over the electronics. Probably the biggest selling point for this figure. Or at least why it's so limited in articulation. Now, let's take a look at his back. And nearly every plate, actually every plate in this section does something. This is the on-off switch. This, I believe, is flight mode, like the sound he makes while flying. Oh, yeah. His eyes light up. This opens the plate, like I said earlier. I think that's just rocket firing sound effects. Where did I leave off? That was the rockets, right? Yeah. This is the shield sound effect, and his eyes glow blue. And it's an on-off. So it's not just like makes noise for a few seconds. This one... eye beams. Alright, this one is... screeching. And this one is the music that plays when he beats up Anguirus. And I don't want to play that too long because Toho will find me and beat me up. Oh yeah. Comes with a stand. Should have mentioned that under accessories, but you kind of saw it from the beginning. Comes in a couple pieces. You just pop it together. Does its job. Ugh. Also, his eyes will stay lit up until you push the off button, which was that same one. Now here's what I mean by the scaling. This is him next to a Super 7. Super 7's a big figure, and he just dwarfs it. When I bought it, I thought it was like Soul of Chogokin's other Mechagodzilla they released earlier, which is kind of in the Super 7 scale. But no. I wish it was the same height, so I have no one it scales with. None of my Godzilla figures look right next to it. Like you remember that big NECA? The big NECA 2014 Godzilla? Too big. So it doesn't scale with that. The Godzilla's too big in that case. So really you're buying it for all the little gimmicks and the fact that it's metal, or if you really like Mechagodzilla. But you gotta ask yourself if it's worth it. I kind of wish I hadn't bought it, but I don't mind having it. I'm not going to sell it now that I do have it, but I could have lived without it. You know how that goes? Well, that's just me. Let me know in the comments if you got this thing, or if you could afford it, if you'd still get it. Crazy Red Emu, signing off.